I want to really look at something though before I go, because I don't want to spend all my time on that. You said a deeper dive into modes. How do you want to? So how are you thinking about? What's your thoughts on it right now in terms of the modes?
So as far as the modes, I guess another reason I want to look into them is kind of figuring out how I can expand my playing. So it probably ties in within the first one. Understand like the modes. Of course, Ionian is the major scale, then the Dorian and stuff. But as far as the application of it, is what I guess I'm kind of limited on, because even when I am playing, I'm saying okay, I'm playing around, trying to think of like playing like in a mode. It doesn't really sound much different from just playing in the scale. You
Correct.
know,
Um, that's a really good question, and what I can do is kind of tell you how I personally look, and I don't know how other musicians may look at it this differently, but for me, modes are for modes are something that give me both harmonic ideas
hmm
and something I will use generally over left hand chords to give me movements or improv ideas. That's that's it for me. So, for instance, this chord here. So, um, I lift my hands in total. I lift my hands in total praise to you. You know, right? That phrase there. If I were to try to, right, right. So, so all those movements, these are coming from modes. If I didn't understand modes, I wouldn't be able to do that, because I need to be able to understand what notes are available to me with this certain left hand chord. So the modes are telling me that information, right? You are. Then they go into this here, right? So see these scales and stuff. These are modes, and this is the level that you're. These are the level you're at, right? But I wouldn't have this knowledge whether I wanted to do it as a run or whether I wanted to do it as chords. Modal playing for me, modal playing means taking a chord that you're doing and expanding on that chord, and knowing the available notes that you have as an options to be able to do that. And that's where the modes come from. To me,
right.
that's what's most helpful. So I know that over a C minor chord, I can play the C Dorian. So I use the C Dorian to total praise because it was a C minor at that part of the song. So I mean, I think you are the source of my strength. So there was I used the. So that's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, but of course you just got to make sure that ending note is going to be transitioning to that next chord, which is going to an F7. Right. So see, I may even want to go on the flat five there. Right. Here's my chord here, and sensu. So you are the source of my strength. Right, so there's my Dorian there, but if I were to use the diminished thing, now I got a whole nother idea because I'm moving up to the six. There's my diminished, my A flat, half step below my B flat. You see, now you got all these choices. You got all these choices that are coming from just the understanding. So the diminished would give you one choice, the modes would give you another choice. But the modes aren't necessarily telling you what to do like the diminished are. I think the modes are just saying, okay, you're playing this chord, expand that chord with these notes. And the notes are going to give you a lot more than just one note. They'll give you a family of chords Trying to think of a good example. Yeah, I can't think of a good example right now. But I think you get what I'm saying though. Is that
Yes, sir.
modes? So that's how I would approach the modes. Is, if I'm playing something with my left hand, these I can use notes within the mode to expand that. And then also I can use different harmonic ideas. So they're really cool. Because the thing is, this is why I talk about qualities. You have to know the quality that of the chord that you're playing in your left hand, and the more modes available to you, the more different things you can do based on what you're doing in the left hand, right? So that's what's really cool about it, is that if I'm playing this chord here, let me show you an example here. So if I'm playing this chord here, so I'll do it again. You are the source of my strength. Now, one time I went to the C, and because I went to the C, I was doing a minor mode. I was doing the Dorian. Another time, we went to the A, because they're about to go, you are, and I said that we can approach that from an A. However, we can also approach this B flat from its 5, right? Hey, we already got 3 options, but check this out. Depending on how I want to voice this, the modes is what's going to give you all your different options on this, right? So I can do the Mixolydian. Right? And I don't have to start from the 1. So I can start from the 3. So see, that's a Mixolydian idea. But I can use an altered idea. So that's another option available to me on the F dominant chord. See? That's a nice idea coming from the altered scale. And this is me not just playing it because the F altered would be. But now I'm chording that. And I'm just playing around with that. So every single mode is not just notes, they're chords. they're whole ideas. But you see, depending on what I want to do with my left hand, you got choices. I could use that Mixolydian, I could use altered, and then when you look down that list, see, and this is the reason why I gave the check here. Oh, let me show you something real cool too before I. So check.